Hey guys, so we're back at our West End project. You can see behind me there, we got the new roof going on. So come with me, I'll give you a walk through. We've got a lot happening here again this week. We've had the guys in from Active Electrical, they've almost completed the rough in. We've had the guys from Wahoo Air Conditioning, they've done all the rough in for the air conditioning. And we've currently got the guys from Dynamic Bradby Roofing up on the roof, putting the new roof on. So we stripped, our own boys stripped the roof. We had a little bit of we were trying a new roofer on this job, and the poor bloke had a bad accident the day before he was meant to start this job. Another project he was on for another builder. The scaffolding collapsed and him and his apprentice fell to the ground, got major injuries. So he's obviously off work for a little while. So mad rush, had to get a mate of mine in that's got another roof, a large roofing company, doesn't normally do this style of work. He's jumped in and done this job for us, which is fantastic. So we're back on track. So our own boys pulled this roof off on Monday. We recycled all the metal, we took it all to the metal recyclers, and then we spent the last 2 days tying the roof down. So we've been right over all the old roof framing, and we've tied it down to meet new industry codes. So we've put rods in the walls where we've had to. We've batten screwed and put brackets and bolts on a lot of the rafters, all the hips. So we've tied all the old framing from whenever, 140 odd years ago, down and made it suit the current code. So if anything ever happens to this roof, there'll never, or in a big storm, there's never going to be any issues with this roof. And as you can see, it hasn't rained for months. We've got it all covered up in tarps as the boys are working, because it's now started to rain in Brisbane today. So as usual, if you want it to rain, you put a roof on or you pour concrete. So another thing that we're doing is we removed all the old roof battens. So if you're getting a new house built or renovation, or you're just a homeowner that's getting a re-roof done, make sure the roofing companies you use tie the roof down to suit new code. It's actually law. If you replace an existing roof on an old house, it's actually the law that whoever does that roof work has to tie all the framing down to suit new industry standards. So make sure your roofers aren't just pulling the old sheets off, screwing the new sheets down, because if anything goes wrong in the future, you won't have a leg to stand on, and you'll be getting into some trouble with that. But we replaced all the roof battens. So we've pulled all the old timber roof battens on, we've replaced it with new metal battens plus safety battens. So yeah, it's all happening up there. It's really noisy inside, so I'll try and speak up in here, but basically you can see it's all in here. We've got wires hanging everywhere now. We've put anti-con blanket under the new roof sheeting, so we're insulating the roof. We're also putting R3's ceiling bats in all the ceiling cavities, so this house will be really well insulated. We got all of our VJ wall paneling delivered yesterday, got 2 truckloads of it, so we'll start resheeting the house. The boys are in this room at the moment, getting all the new VJ sheets on. I'll just take you through here. So in the bathroom, because this house is for some elderly people, and we're actually starting to do this on quite a lot of our projects, we've sheeted the walls in the bathroom. So we've got a 22mm thick structural ply. You can see how well it's all screwed off. So it's screwed at 150 centres. We've got that on the walls around the toilet area, and we've also got it in the shower, even the niche. We've sheeted all the niche with it. So the idea of that is that these people can age in place. So they've now got good structural timber that will be behind the walls, behind the tiling, that they can come in any time in the future. They don't have to be trying to find studs or knobs, and they can fit off all their aging in place, grab rails, hand rails, rails in the shower, all that type of thing. So yeah, it's just thinking ahead. So and a big part of that is part of our paid as a consultant process, like learning how our clients want to live in the house, how long they intend to be in the house. So look, this costs nothing to do now, a few $100s, it's there, it's done. In the future, when it comes time to put all those rails in the house, no issues whatsoever. They can put them wherever they want to, and they're going to get really good fixing on the wall. So just a little tip there. So yeah, this job's coming up unreal. So the boys are at the back now. So because we're working on the roof, we've got the power disconnected from the house, so we're running off a generator. It's a bit noisy. see up here, the boys are coming through at the back of the house. They're pulling the timber battens off. They're putting all the new metal ones on. So yeah, making a big difference. So yeah, going to have a new roof, and like I said, it's all tied down, so I'm not sure if you can see over there in the wall, we've got our tie down rods in there. So the entire frame now, roof, walls, hips, rafters, everything is all tied down to suit the new building code. So going to be no issues with storms and things. The boys are also, as they're putting the VJ sheeting on, we're putting all the insulation in. So this is the main bedroom. We're putting acoustic bats in here. So we're going around, we're getting all the bats in the walls before the VJ lining goes on. And then all other rooms of the house are just getting your normal insulation. And as I said, the ceiling is getting ceiling bats as well as the anti-con blanket. So so you can see there, up in the, so you can see there, we've got all new roof battens on and all new anti-con blankets. So this old little cottage won't know what's hit it. You can see the tarp still out the back there where they haven't done. So they're basically pulling the tarp off bit by bit, finishing that area of work, and then taking the tarps off once the roof sheeting's on and finished. But you can see how tidy and new it all is up there. A bit hard to see up here in the dark, but there's a heap of rods and batten screws gone in. We've completely rewired this house. You can see all the wiring. Where are we going there? Like, all the wiring's brand new. So the Sparky's got to come through, tidy it all up and finish it all off on Saturday. But yeah, full new plumbing, full air conditioning, and full new wiring, including all upgrading of the switchboard, all new smoke alarms, and all new safety switches. So yeah, the inside of this house is going to be absolutely fantastic, and the client won't know themselves. Like, they've lived in this old house for a long time, very bad, very no energy efficiency or anything like that. So now it'll be fully insulated, new wiring, all the plumbing fixtures, like everything will be more efficient than the old stuff. So yeah, their power and water bills will decrease and they won't know themselves. So guys, hope you're keeping up to date on this one. But yeah, she's cracking along. The boys are doing a good job.